to Human Design, the energetic climate. This is a space where we talk about the environment we're all moving through. Not as something personal and not as something that you need to fix or act on. We're simply noticing what's happening in the background frequency so we don't mistake it for ourselves or someone else. The show is about awareness. This week's climate carries a strong mutative frequency. There's this movement from inner truth to acceptance and an underlining drive to change and transcend limitation, to move beyond what is familiar. This is not a push forward energy. It's an internal pressure, one that works quietly in this pulse of knowing. And we're moving out of the mental pressure of inner truth in the environment to understand and make sense of things that you don't yet have the answers to. Earlier in the week, you might have noticed these questions around clarity, a pull towards meaning, a desire to know what's true, even when the truth isn't fully available. We are now moving towards trait 61, acceptance, not because understanding has arrived, but because life continues even when we don't have all the answers. This could create some tension. Part of the field wants to know, another part is learning how to live without clarity. The reframe here is simple. Understanding is not required in order to move forward. You might notice more explaining, more storytelling, more talking things through to stimulate awareness. This is a time where language is used to explore, not conclude. It's not about being right, it's about staying engaged with what's forming. Our environment is still highlighting community. Friendships, family, and working hard for the tribe is really has come into focus recently. There's this awareness around loyalty, belonging, and shared effort. You might notice more sensitivity around where you contribute, where effort is exchanged, and where work is done for something larger than the individual. This is not a call to fix relationships or take on more responsibility. It's simply an invitation to notice how you're positioned within your communities. There's also still a pressure in the climate around beginnings, trait 53. This is a drive to start something new, a restlessness with the status quo, a desire to move beyond limitation. This mutative energy doesn't always come with clarity. It can feel like dissatisfaction or a sense that something wants to change, even if you don't know what that change looks like just yet. The reframe here is important. Pressure to begin does not mean it's pressure to start. Another strong layer in this climate is that experiential hunger of trait 36, crisis. There's this pull towards challenge, a pull towards new experiences. And at the same time, this can bring feelings of inadequacy before the experience even begins. You might notice doubts, hesitation, or a sense of not really being ready. This is part of the frequency. Experience is the teacher here. Confidence comes later with the experience. So the reframe here is experience comes first, understanding follows. Alongside all of this intensity, there's this quieter layer present, a feeling that you could make this creative contribution, a desire to offer something unique. And beneath that all is this return to innocence, universal love, openness, integrity that isn't dependent on circumstances. This part of the climate reminds us that not everything needs to be hardened or defended. Some things remain intact even as change unfolds. Finally, the climate is carrying that dreamer energy of trait 41. There is still this anticipation of what's next. Imagination becomes more active. Ideas begin to form without needing to be acted on. This is a beautiful time to let possibilities exist without forcing them into form. Anticipation begins the cycle. Experience unfolds with its own timing. So this week marks a shift from knowing to accepting, from certainty to experience, from doing to awareness. Nothing here is personal. Nothing here requires action. Follow your strategy and authority. And if you'd like support understanding how this climate or your own career design impacts you, you're welcome to reach out. If you want to grab your career design chart, you can go to my website, unleashyouramazing.com, and in the top right-hand corner, you can click on the little button there and create your own chart. So this is the weather. Awareness is enough. Thanks for watching.